Hello there, I am TC.
And I'm Rylenn. And we're?
Working on it.
At the moment.
At the moment, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and give you a brief history about how I got Rylen here into the wrestling world randomly and madly in love with the Bloodline and the Usos specifically.
Sami Zayn.
And Sami Zayn.
Call me Big Brother. Love you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, so you wanted to go first.
Take out the cussing. Just bleep it out. Just.
Oh, I'm gonna make it sound louder. I'm gonna have like a thought bubble, you know, like a cartoon that's gonna say, "What did you say?"
I didn't say anything.
We got it on tape. Anyway, you wanted to go ahead and give you the brief introduction on how you came enamored with the WWE.
So, I work at a restaurant that has sports on all the time. No sound, just sports. And there was this very flamboyant announcer guy. I didn't like the other guy with the money hoodie. Dude, Matt, lose it. Anyway, but there's this guy, and they were doing a tribute for him. Like, I've always seen him. His desk looks like mine. So, I asked my man, who knows about sports.
Sport's a sport.
Who it is. All right, our truth. But I wanted to know who it was because they were doing a tribute to him, and they had like a highlight of him playing hockey, a highlight of him playing hockey,
baseball, football.
I think baseball.
Curling.
It's like he's been in everything, and I was like, who is this dude?
And I'm like, what?
Couldn't figure it out, so I snuck my phone out at work and shot a little picture real quick, and he was like, oh, that's Pat McAfee. So then, flash forward to a couple weeks later, Pat's doing some interview, and he's doing an interview with Ken doll from Barbie and Ken. I mean, it looks like this man, like, he can literally just pop his hair off at night, put it down, perfectly coiffed, right, and then go to sleep, shake out his, hair like Jason Momoa did.
But not Ryan Gosling.
Not Ryan Gosling, though. Sorry.
It took me a while to think of the name.
I love you, Cody, but sorry, not a Ryan Gosling. Anyway. And so I was like, who's Ken? And again, it was you're gonna have to be a little more specific than that. There's a lot of blondes in the WWE. So again, snipped out my phone, got a picture, and he's like, oh, that's Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes kid.
Cody Rhodes.
Rhodes. I'm getting mixed up with Roman. To be fair, the man of marble is sitting there in a nice little... Anyway. So... he starts talking to me about Cody, and then decides to ease me into the WWE world with the best thing he could have done. Two best people in the world. R-Truth, making everyone break and crack up. Oh, I ain't in this match? That's my bad. That's on me. That's on me. You sure?
Love R-Truth.
Love him. Anyway, and then... After R-Truth came Sami Zayn.
No better way to introduce somebody to a sport than Sami and Truth, because they're just
so
delightful.
Funny.
They're funny.
So funny.
Truth is my favorite wrestler. Like,
really?
Yeah, the first, I mean, like I said, the first time I saw him when he came out and was talking about, I don't know, some match. It was like a Money in the Bank type match or whatever. And he came out, and Kane, I'll introduce him later, but Kane was like, Truth, what are you doing? He's like, I'm telling what I'm going to do at this PLE. And he's like, why? You're not even in the match. And it all sounded so true, so real. And Truth is like, I'm not. No, he's like, what you say? It's like, you're not in the match. You sure? Yes. My bad. People of city. That's my bad. That's on me. That's on me. You go ahead. And he just walked out. It's like he had no point. It was, and it felt so genuine from both Kane and Truth. And the other guys in the ring, and I don't remember what year or match it was, but right then, and I had just come off of like a 15-year hiatus of being involved with wrestling. Really,
Yeah, because you tried to get me into wrestling before.
Yeah, I
like
got
a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I got back in at around WrestleMania 30, so it was about 10 and a half years ago.
Okay.
And then now I just started picking up, and once Vince left, and it really picked up, and I'm like freaking loving it. I didn't curse. Anyway, so got her involved with seeing some Truth and some of his interactions, and with Goldust, and then brought around. I know she likes seeing characters and actors and things like that break character.
That's my favorite, man.
Or do improv, or the kind of the behind the scenes sort of interactions that just grip her and make her interested. So I'm like, all right, let's watch Sami Zayn with the famous "he's not feeling very oozy lately" line, and that is the best, the highest honor, I think, in the comedic aspect of making people break character. That is number one, because the entirety of the Bloodline series, he says he hasn't been feeling very oozy lately, and everybody broke, including Paul Heyman.
We don't know Solo, though. We need to find a fan cam. If you have a fan cam of Solo during that whole argument, please link us. Please. Because I need to see Solo breaking. I need it.
Don't email us because we don't have one yet for us. Give us time and I'll figure it out. Kind of have
We'll drop it in the information box below.
Somewhere. We'll figure it out.
Somewhere.
We're working on this as we go along.
Yes.
So, after introducing her to Sami Zayn and feeling oozy, I kind of encouraged more with Sami Zayn and the Usos, and she was hooked, especially when making the break character. And as often as the Usos and Sami Zayn make each other laugh, like, my dog. It's like, you were dancing like that, I was dancing like that. She got hooked. And then from there, it branched out.
So, to be completely fair, though, Sami is a character that I connect with and that I want to be, like, when I'm making my little, I'm making my WWE thing in the morning when I'm working, and I'm just trying to make a storyline. Sami is my in-character brother, and that's how I meet the Usos, and there's a whole long thing, but I actually love it, and it means so much to me, and I'll get more into that later on some of the other videos on why Cody is so important to me, and why Sami is so important to me, and why the Bloodline themselves, all 5 of them, Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Solo, and Paul
Heyman.
And then, of course, Sami, 6, not forgetting you, man, but, the Bloodlines themselves, because that's a whole different animal there. They mean a lot to me in different ways for different reasons. A lot of the times when I have the emotions in the wrestling stuff, it's because it plays to something that I've gone through or I've fought for most of my life, and it feels like it's finally happening for someone else. And so I tend to emotionally react and get connected, and then I end up going all in.
You're invested in the story because you relate.
Yes, very much so.
So cool. And that's
kind of feel like R-Truth, where I'm like, I can go anywhere and be involved in anything, but I don't feel like I really belong there. And so I think with Sami pulling his way into the Bloodline and watching them slowly
it felt so generic.
Felt real.
Not yeah, it felt real.
Genuine. That's the word you're looking for. Yeah.
Authentic.
And
because it wasn't an immediate, hey, I want to join you guys, and then, hey, you want to join us? Well, no, not now. You can't join us. You have to fight. You have to earn. You have to earn it. Okay, bam, fight. Hey, somebody cheats and that guy wins. It's like, okay, welcome in. Like 3 weeks worth of work. No.
Yeah.
The Sami Zayn storyline took place from his conspiracy theorist all the way slowly up, just trying to have some backup because he was on his own. He wasn't the locker room leader. And then he gets involved with the Bloodline. Once he got involved with the Bloodline, started seeing the cooperation, he just really wedged his way in there. And it just came about so naturally to me.
Well, and he had Jimmy. Jimmy was at least on his side.
Yeah,
Solo wasn't at first.
None of them really were at first because when he was like, hey, I've got that lumberjack match with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't really need to be here, whatever. But he was happy, danced to the music and all that. So Jimmy was quicker to take Sami than the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved and hated the Jay and Sami storyline.
I thought it was fantastic, and it was so well done. And you know how I feel about Jay just being like I love watching him. He's just look tough. But once he starts going, once he starts getting the fire, and he starts doing that pacing that you're just doing, and he's going back and forth, that build up, I'm like, yes, I just feel it, and I love that.
Yeah. There was so many good things. I mean, I think it was hard for me because at the time when I started really watching all of that, I was already invested into Sami, and I was invested at the time with Jimmy. I hadn't come around to Jay yet, because
Jimmy has the rounder cheeks.
I can tell you guys apart. I can. Put me to the test. I can test you.
One says yeet, one says no yeet.
But that's what
I gotta do. Just it's like that famous riddle. Like two guys are by the door. Two guys are by the door. Yeah, two guys are by the door. One tells a lie. One always tells the truth. And you gotta figure out. It's just you gotta figure out the Usos. Yeet. One will say yeet, or one will say no yeet.
No one will say yeet. Tribal Chief.
Oh yeah. No yeet. Tries to get so tough.
No yeet. He does really well. I don't care what you say.
No.
You did great, Jimmy. I loved it.
I love the Usos, man.
I love them. So, but it was hard for me. That's why I didn't like it at first. I didn't like Jay at first.
Yeah.
Because he's beating up on my boy. He's calling my boy, I don't like your hair, I don't like your face. I'm like,
I get that.
Step off.
Yeah, you're liking Sami the whole time.
Yeah.
And you're like, why is Jay not liking him?
What's their issue?
What is it with them? Like, I'm just waiting.
Dude, fucking go to the Waffle House, get drunk as shit, eat a lot, have a fight, be done.
There's that pop-up. You're just gonna get one and just put it behind you, and every time you say it, like light it up and say shit. It's awful.
I know, I'm like, keep to the WWE rules. No cussing. And I'm the one who's cussing the most.
Way more than me. It's like
I'm nervous.
Okay.